It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs under the lights on Thursday night.
Let's go, baby.
It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olsen. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game. Second and a yard. From the gun, Josh Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
They'll go play action here with Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Now Allen on first down. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This fielded at about the 9. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll try to run for it. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, KC.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
His kick is good! From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going with their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. It's 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Allen on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Play fake. Now it's oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills extend their advantage to 14-3. 14, Chiefs 3. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get that one complete to Rice. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. The Bills with the early advantage. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw again. To the outside. Catch made by Worthy. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs are back within 4. It is 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen gonna give it to Cook. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. Third and long. Cooper going in motion. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. That's taken in by Shakir. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Open man, that's Amari Cooper. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First down, Buffalo. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing again, it's Allen. That's caught downfield by Cooper. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen going to throw again. That's over the middle, taken in by Cooper. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Hardman now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run it here. It's Samaje Perine. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Matt Milano there to stop him. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They put Kelsey in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And he will have a Chiefs first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then Then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of downs. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Second down and 3. They put Kelsey in motion. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's into the end zone. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will come back to tie things at 17. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in this one. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chiefs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out First down and 10. On the carry is P-Ron, and he'll get about 5. On second down, Pacheco. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. He'll try and run it here with Pacheco.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Slot man in motion left. Here's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The Bills bringing on the punt team as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw on second down. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
First and 10. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They put Kelsey in motion. On second down, Mahomes. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. That's taken in by the running back, Tirico. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He's got his man, he finds Worthy. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This one caught at the 4.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs move out in front, 20-17.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This gonna be returned from right around the goal line. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First down throw, Mahomes to the left side in the hands of Rice. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and Once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 2. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw again. That's going to be caught by Gray. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
They put Kelsey in motion. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Now, Mahomes. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes on 1st down. He connects with Gray on that one. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And he will go all the way. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Extra point try by Bass. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. A handoff to Pacheco. The Bills going to use their final timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This will be returnable from his own 15. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's 1st and 10.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
First down, Bills.
Allen going to throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's 3rd down. Again, it's Allen to the air. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs.